Ray17 is an artist that I don't really know much about, but I know her art, and her art is beautiful. I came across Ray17 on Artstyles' YouTube videos where she created painting for one of Ross's character, and I was amazed. I literally saw her art and I was mind blown, how good that art was. So I tried to follow her. I tried to find her on Instagram. She was not on Instagram. I tried to search for her on YouTube. She doesn't have anything on YouTube. I tried to find some tutorials, maybe some videos where she might be showcasing her art. I could not find anything about her, but she is on Twitter, so that's good. Her art is very expressive. Everything about her art, the poses, the colors, the shapes, everything is just very, very expressive. The colors in her art are what I'm the most interested in, because when I look at her painting and I look at the colors she has used, and I think that these colors don't really make sense, but they still look really good. How did you do this? I really want to find out how she does it, but I can't because she does not have any tutorial or any class. So it's all kind of a guesswork, because I really want to understand this kind of art style, where you have these colors that don't really belong in the painting. There's blue, there's pink, there's green, all in the same place, but they still work somehow, and you don't know how you can make it work in your painting. I really want to learn that. I have tried doing it in my paintings, but it never really came out that well. So she is one of the artists that I have been studying lately, because I really want to understand how she chooses her colors and how I can do that to my paintings. I have watched many anime and movies over the last 10 years, but Makoto Shinkai movies, I would say in terms of art, are on the top. For me personally, the thing that I love about Makoto Shinkai is the aesthetics that he creates. Every single scene, every single frame is just breathtakingly beautiful. You can literally pause his movies at any one point, take a screenshot, make a printout, frame it, and then hang it on a wall. And it will actually look good, because that's literally how great his movies are. Not just the characters that matters the most, but the smallest things, the inanimate objects that don't really matter and blend in background. Everything has been created with a purpose, and I just love that. And the way his movies depicts the world, you actually feel jealous that you do not live in this world. The landscapes, the cityscapes, the sky, the cooking scenes, raining scenes, water flowing, everything feels just so aesthetic that I can just keep watching it for hours and not feel bored. And that's what you want from art, right? You want the viewers to keep consuming your art and never feel bored. And I believe that Makoto Shinkai does it really, really well. And for that reason, I really like to study his art, because I also want to create worlds that feel alive and beautiful, something that can draw people in and make them stay. Vlog was one of the first digital artists that I ever got introduced to when I was starting my journey as digital art. And at first glance, when I saw his art, I literally thought if he's some kind of a god. Should I worship him? Should I pray to him? Because his art is so good. Is that what I need to do to actually get as good as him? Because every single one of his paintings were like masterpieces, and I had honestly never seen something like this before. I never thought that something like this was even possible, and he was one of my first inspirations to actually start learning digital art, because this showed me what the possibilities actually are. The thing that I like the most about his artwork has to be the storytelling. I think most of his paintings are part of a series called Ghost Blade. I think it's a comic book that he publishes, and every single painting that he has made for that comic is just breathtakingly beautiful, and the storytelling that is happening in his paintings are just amazing. So I decided that I wanted to check his comic to see what's actually going on in there, and I found out that he actually published some chapters on the Webtoon website. You know that Korean site where you publish vertical comics? And I was literally amazed by what I was seeing. He has a complete storyline. It's not just some collection of paintings. All these paintings that he has published on Instagram, there were way more than that. Every single panel that he has created was a full-on painting, not completely detailed, but still this is one of the most beautiful comics that I have ever read. I mean, I did not read it completely because there are not many chapters on there, but still, whatever I saw there, it was just amazing. I have been following his art style for a very long time now, and I don't believe that I'm going to get bored of his art anytime soon. Sam Does Art is another long-time follower for me, and I don't think I need to say how good his art style is. I mean, he is one of the most popular artists on Instagram right now. I have followed his art style from the beginning, and I have seen the improvements that he has made, and it's honestly very inspiring. And he is known for painting from reference, he takes a reference and just paints it in his style, and he is also known for making some really nice fan arts on which he gets hundreds of thousands of likes. It's very rare for digital artists to get these kinds of engagement on social media. I'm sure he is in top 10 for many people, including myself. He is also known for making really quick paintings, like most of his paintings are under 2 hours, but personally I mostly like the paintings where he takes his time. Like those paintings are where you can say that yes, this guy knows what he's doing. He understands color, he understands values, and he understands form. And of course he understands stylization. He is not popular for no reason. He is really good at what he does, and he is only getting better. And I have studied him for quite a long time, and I will keep studying his art style for a long time in the future as well. Guiz is another very popular artist, and I think his full name is Gu Zhengwei. And the thing that makes him stand out among all the other artists is that his art is very dark and very grey. And normally I don't really follow that kind of art style, but his is something that I really like because the way he does it. Implementation is everything, and he's a storyteller, and that's what I want to do in my art too. So that's why I follow him, so that I can learn from him. He normally doesn't create single paintings, just like Blob. Most of his paintings are a part of a series. Like you can literally follow his paintings and kinda understand the story. He likes to paint his characters in 2 ways. He puts them in a very dark and cold background and lights them with a very warm light. Or he doesn't use lighting on his characters and put them on a white background to create a silhouette. His art style is actually very complex because there's so much going on in his paintings. There's complex perspective, there's anatomy, complex lighting, and also a lot of detail. He really likes to put a lot of details in his artwork. Like I have seen some of his videos of him creating art. He really likes to take his time for creating his paintings, and that's something I need to learn too. You know, I'm that kind of guy who really doesn't like taking too much time on paintings, because for some reason if a painting gets too long, I kinda lose my interest in it, and I really need to get rid of that habit, and he inspires me to do that. I found Artstyles in 2020, I think, through his YouTube videos, where he used to make those very high energy videos with a lot of special effects and sound effects, and I honestly used to really enjoy his videos. He doesn't make as much videos anymore, or of same energy, you know, he has gotten older, but he was one of my first digital art inspiration ever. The thing that I really like about his art style are the way he uses colors. Like his art is always very colorful, and you always think like, why is he using this color here? And how did he get these colors here? Because I really wanted to do it myself. You know, whenever I used to watch these kind of artists, I always used to think, are they doing something special? Are they using some kind of special brush or something? Like, how are they getting these colors on their paintings? And it was always fun to figure out how they are doing it. Another thing that I really like about his art are the shape design. Like the shape design in his videos are some of the best I have seen. Like you can literally look at it and tell that yes, he is a master. He knows what he's doing. And I have tried to copy him a lot. Like he is one of my most copied artists ever. I have followed him for a very long time. I've studied him for a very long time, and I have learned from him a lot. You might say that I am very cliche for liking all these popular artists. These artists with million followers and million subscribers. Artists that everybody knows. Might say that I'm boring for that. But honestly, these are the people that have inspired me. When I first got into digital painting, I literally did not know anything about digital painting before I saw these guys. Like these guys were the ones that inspired me to start digital painting. And I don't think I'm ever gonna forget that. And for me, these guys are always gonna be the legends. I hope they keep painting and they keep making more art, because I can literally consume their art forever. There is just so much more that I want to learn from them. So I really wish that they stay active. And if that makes me boring, then I'm completely okay with that. And these were my top 6 artists. Of course, there are many other artists that I follow and study, but these were the ones that have impacted my art the most. So they are on top of my list. And this is it for this video. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.